Big shout out to Bean Working Espresso down in Skyring Terrace, Newstead.
Best coffee in the game.
Best absolute coffee in the game. Hook in the Platform podcast, and any listeners up with a 10% discount.
Shout out.
Shout out to Yolanda.
Yolanda.
That was a mouthful.
Their coffee's real fucking good. Get
Best coffee in the game, by far. Just opened up Skyring Terrace. You can order ahead and mention the Platform podcast for a 10% discount. This is the Platform podcast with Bbad and Brandon. Oh my God, I can't believe you haven't seen Benchwarmers. Well, okay, talking to Jason Nile now. You know the scene where he pulls out his birth certificate and it's just in crayon, I am 12? Yeah. That's Johnny's birth certificate?
Is that what it was like when you played rugby in high school?
Probably.
No, as in like...
Sorry? Oh, yeah. I just can't believe Johnny's actually
31.
8.
1.
8.
1.
But you're actually, but seriously, in all seriousness, you're 38.
In all seriousness, I'm as old as I feel. 26.
So you're younger than me now. That's pretty funny.
That's good, isn't it?
How's training?
Oh, we started.
We started a long time
we
ago.
in the podcast?
We're actually in the podcast right now. We're in the Matrix even.
Imagine if we were. You ever seen that Joe Rogan?
I don't know if I've seen it.
They talk about the simulation.
Is it a recent one?
They're always talking about it. The simulation. As in, this is a simulation. This is the Matrix. That's my understanding.
Yeah. I haven't seen that episode of Joe Rogan, but I mean...
Maybe we are in the Matrix.
We could be.
So, but you'd be in my Matrix, wouldn't you? Or am I in your Matrix?
This is why we don't talk about deep topics on a podcast.
I often think about that.
It has your... I just... I don't try and think about it too much because I know I'll just go down a rabbit hole that will just never end.
It won't be. It's not good.
It's not a good time.
You stare at walls for a while.
Yeah. Is this wall talking back to me?
Is it actually there?
You trying to walk through it?
Well, you could, maybe. It depends.
See, we're already there. We're already at the point where like my brain hurts.
Maybe you need more. What is it, an oat latte or something?
Oat milk latte. I've switched no dairy. I have no dairy now thanks to my beautiful stomach that I'm so lucky to have. Can't eat any of the nice fun stuff. But it's actually oat milk's really...
What do you miss the most?
Oh, apple pie and ice cream. Like normal ice cream.
Yeah.
Like...
Not fake ice cream.
If you give me apple pie, apple crumble and ice cream...
Fuck, I'll tell you what. You want to know about ice creams?
Mm-hmm.
Did you know... You know the Ecco ice cream, right?
Mm.
Did you know they changed the ice cream like 5 years ago?
No.
They did. They changed it to lick. I was there that year.
To lick ice cream?
To lick ice cream.
Why?
I don't know. Maybe got a better deal, obviously.
Yeah, fair play.
Clearly. But that's not Peters and Paul's, is it? So you take your first bite of your Ecco ice cream on the day you're expecting your flavour, your taste, sensation of a Peters and Paul's ice cream in your strawberry ice cream.
Yeah.
And it changed it like that. Didn't tell anyone. Changed it.
Can you tell the difference?
Fuck yeah, you can tell the difference. It's bad. It's nowhere near as good. Anyway, it's back to Peters and Paul's. I can tell you. It's very exciting.
For the year that the Ecco didn't actually go ahead.
So by the time you listen to this, you've missed out on it. But if you're lucky enough to eat one, the reason it tastes better than it normally does is because it is different ice cream.
And it's back to the OG.
It's fucking delicious, eh?
I haven't had one.
Like when?
Oh, well, this year and in the last several years.
Why?
I don't really go to the Ecco.
Okay, why?
Just never.
I will take you next year. I'll give you an experience.
I might take the week off. I'll just take all the people who've never been, and
I'll take them through it. It'll be good.
I actually can see you doing that.
Yes, that'd be amazing.
Because you've gone every year.
Yes, except for this year, which is a bit sad.
But you didn't miss out on the ice cream.
No, or the Dagwood dog.
Did you get the Dagwood dog?
Fuck yeah, it's good, eh? I don't think you'd eat that at any other time of the year or at any other place.
No, fuck
because
no.
it is fucking disgusting.
So, I don't know.
But it tastes amazing at the Ecco.
Why?
Because it's the Ecco.
So the experience tastes amazing.
Correct, yeah.
Yes.
You're tasting the experience.
That's fair.
Yeah, the memories.
Like, we're about to have an experience next week.
Are we?
Coffee, Wednesday.
Hey, $20 coffee.
$20 cup of coffee.
Fuck.
I know. It's a bit... I'm like, okay, cool. I'm so keen to try it because it's got to be good. But I found out, I was talking to him yesterday, that... No, you should probably cut this out considering we have a coffee sponsor. And they're talking about different coffee right now, but you can cut this out later. Yeah, see. But the same coffee in Melbourne costs $80 a cup.
It costs more in Melbourne.
Because it's Melbourne.
Sneaky fuckers.
I know. I'm like, you cunts.
So they're already making fucking mad profits.
Well, a bag beans of this thing is $140 a kilo.
How many?
You get a shit ton out of that. Like, you're still making a heap of profit.
Yeah.
But fuck me. I'm going to buy you a
Is
cup.
it a geisha coffee?
What does that mean?
I don't know, but I know Kev said that yesterday. It'd be probably a geisha coffee. So I know that's a key word. Like, you drop. Well, if you with coffee people and you say, yeah, it's a geisha coffee, they'll be like, oh yeah.
Go to Macca's, have a geisha coffee. They're like,
You know, it's like when you have your red wine, you're like, oh, it's a nice little bouquet.
I don't drink red wine.
Yeah, but if you were, you could. You'd say that.
It's a nice bouquet.
Yeah, it's a bouquet. I can taste the bouquet.
I've never
It's
heard
very
that.
aromatic. I don't know. Just key words.
Aromatic, isn't that to do with rice?
I don't know. Anything. Yeah, look, you're dazzled.
It works. It works.
You'll fucking sell it though, bro.
How's your week been?
My week. What did I do this week?
That's training.
Training's boring this week.
Yeah, except for tonight.
Yeah, we'll go big today. We've got to pull 6 plates for as many as I can.
Fuck, that's dope.
True as many as I can. I am prepared to pass out, vomit. I want to go until the bar doesn't move.
Are you going to Facebook Live that?
Nah, I'll put video up afterwards though.
Jace, can you Facebook Live that? That'll be
Yeah,
dope.
we'll see.
That's going to be sick. So 260 on the bar.
6 plates.
As many as you can. Do you have a number in mind?
5 plus.
5 plus.
But I'm also humble. If I do more than 2, I'll also be happy. We'll see.
Because what's your best at that number?
2.
2. Yeah. Fucking
I got 8 at 250 2 weeks ago, so
I think you should get more than 2 at 260.
I hope so.
Fucking hell.
As long as I don't fuck the first one up, I'll be fine.
In saying that, you fucked up the first one on 250 and then you pulled another 7.
Yeah.
So anything could happen here.
Yeah, I know. Sweet. So yeah, we'll see. Aim for 5, get more, will be good. If we get less, I'll be happy.
Yeah, sick.
And then we'll probably be cooked. I want to do a true AMRAP, go until I can't move it no more.
Fuck.
So either I can't hang on to it, I can't pick it up, or I can't lock
Jace,
it
you
out.
are now responsible, as I will not be here, for the paramedics being on standby.
Yeah. Just keep 2 zeros in the phone.
Just
Just keep them in there. That third, cut down the time. So you only got to put 1 in. Yeah, you got to hit 1
That's
and then go.
fucking the best thing I've heard. Far out.
I'll just trick in the book. Other than that, that's it.
And what about client-wise? Who's been the best lift this week? Stood out for you?
Who has been the best lift this week? I would say no one's done anything impressive. That'd be a lie. Who's been good this week? They've all been good. No one's hitting anything exciting at the moment for
You're still a fair way out of
heavy
most
things.
comps.
Yeah, no one's got anything comp-related coming up, which is all right. But we'll say Dita's done some cool shit this week.
I saw that. Was it 140s?
She hit a 145. She is also running the top set Terry method, 200 and 1,006 or whatever.
Shout out
we called
to
it.
Coach Terry Sparks.
We pulled a 145 for 7,
Fuck.
which was cool.
That's unreal for Dita.
Yeah, she loved it. I think she's done 3 or 4 before. So that was good, really good.
I'm kind of like adapting the top set Terry method now for those those who've listened to his podcast would completely understand. It's like that 1 or 2 top sets and then some either back off work or straight into your accessories. I've kind of adapted a similar method into a lot of my clientele training.
Mm-hmm.
And I like it, and obviously I've just given all reins of coaching over to old Gwaine.
Mm-hmm.
I was sick of thinking about it and second guessing myself. So I was like, Gwaine, just tell me what to do. And it's a similar thing. You have 1 or 2 big top sets and then some back off work, but I really like it because there's no anxiety around, oh fuck, I got to perform for 3 or 4 sets.
Mm-hmm.
It's now just
1 set.
one set, put it all in,
Yep.
and the back off work's still fucking intense, but it's not a heavy load.
Yep.
And I find my recovery is a lot better too at the moment.
And you always get after that first set the
Yeah.
most. If you know you got one, you're gonna fucking actually give it a bit.
100%. It's definitely creating more like just intensity in the one set rather than trying to spread it over multiple.
I think you just got to remember to make sure you know. I think being careful in what you pick on the back off work, that you want to still get work, but you should be pretty toasted from that top set, so you don't want to overdo yourself as well.
It's a good kind of segue in my head anyway. It probably wasn't a good segue at all for anyone listening.
Next movie you want to talk about?
But when you program accessories and back off work, how do you go about it? What's your thought process behind it?
What is my thought process? I want them to do it.
As I said that, I was like, I wonder if Johnny's actually ever thought about anything that he's ever done or said.
I want them to do it. So I am mindful I don't put things down that I know they won't do, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like if I've got a client who just doesn't like doing something for some reason, which is usually something to do in your accessories, I know I'm wasting my time and theirs by even writing it on the piece of paper.
Yeah, 100%.
So
If it's super necessary, of course, I will perhaps have that argument and say, hey, maybe you should do it. But I want them. I always pick stuff I know they'll want to do.
Yeah,
So-
yeah.
That's usually what I do. I keep it basic. I don't try and overthink it. If there's some rehab work that needs to be done, that's the time to put it in there. I always like doing single joint stuff, so I always make sure I've got something in there as well. And I always like having some volume in something you don't have to think about. So if it's like lower body, it's a belt squat or a leg press.
Yeah, you can just send a rhythm and go
And I keep it pretty basic. So
with your pink belt
yeah.
squat.
So maybe if we were to look at it, we would have some sort of heavy weight. We would then have something that complements the skill to build it, and then some sort of volume, and then single leg, and then just start moving further away from the tree of importance, depending on who it is.
Yeah, 100%.
Some people that might be enough and they're done, and those that love training, maybe we just add a little extra because they like being in the gym.
Fuck, those people are great.
But I think that's often something that can be missed is you put shit in a program where people just don't do it because they don't like doing it, and we need to...
There's a fine line with that, though. As you said before, it's like some people you just need to do this. And I think it definitely depends on the level of competition, whether it be if it's your general population client that's coming in, I'm not going to program something that they don't necessarily want to do. But if you're pushing high level competition or coming into a comp and you say you don't want to do this because you don't like it, I'm just going to turn around and be like, I don't care. You need this, and you need it for reasons A, B, and C to perform on the day, so go execute. And if you're telling me that you want to do this competition at this level, this is what it takes. But I like how you said the second movement should always complement the skill of the first movement. Because at the end of the day, I think the skill, we spoke with obviously Killian, but the skill acquisition is very overlooked.
Yeah, I call it. I liken it to throwing a football for everyone. Like you've got to throw the football a lot of times to get good at throwing a football. So
100%.
you can just muscle that thing around and get some distance of it, but at some point in time, it stops going as far as it can be thrown because you're just no good at throwing the fucking football. So you need to practice throwing your football 100% a lot of times.
100%. I remember. I have no idea if this is true or not, but I remember being told when I was like 15 years old by some. You had those people in the commercial gyms that have just been there for years.
Oh, yeah.
And they just have words of wisdom for anyone. I remember this guy came up to me, he's like, he equated it to Darren Lockyer, sticking with the football theme of how he would just go down to the park and kick a football from one end to the other. I have no idea if this is fucking true. But for me, that kind of really just sat in my head for the last, how old am I, guys?
26.
27, thank you. So 12 years. I got told that when I was 15. So for the last 12 years, that's been in the back of my head, just practice skill. Because at the end of the day, this is a skill, and then fucking performing of the day, your performance is directly related to how well you can perform that skill.
Absolutely.
Rarely at the time will you miss a lift because of fucking failure of equipment or not having the best equipment, not having the right tools or anything like that. It's just going to come down to how well can you perform the skill, and are you strong enough to perform that skill with load on your back.
Yeah, well, how many new clients have you had come to you day one, they squat 10 kilos more? They haven't gotten stronger.
Fuck no.
Because they've walked in your door. They've just gotten stronger because you've seen a couple of discretions in their movement, changed one or two things or give them a cue that makes sense, and they're technically a better lifter in that movement, and then all of a sudden they squat 10 more kilos.
Yeah, and they think you're a god, and you're like, it's just simple biomechanics.
Yeah, we just change one little thing for you.
Yeah,
and
it's
then
just
you squat
cueing.
more.
And then, mate, you're on fire with the segues today. Well done.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Maybe it's the 6 shots of coffee you had.
Yeah, I'm a bit down today. It's all right. Haven't had
Bit
many.
down today on 6 shots.
I'm managing it. So for
Just-
later I can have
Just
six
real
more.
quickly though, it was 6 shots, 3 coffees,
Yeah, correct. That's 3 coffees, yeah.
Yes, okay.
That's 3 cups,
3 cups.
3 coffees.
Okay, cool. Just checking. But queuing, and you said
Like if you go to the pub, right, and you have a pint, and you have 5 pints, how many beers have you had? 5 beers?
5 beers.
Yeah. Now, if I went to the pub and had a schooner, and I had 5 schooners, how many beers have I had?
5.
5 beers. That's it. Same with coffee. Count your cups.
I'm getting a solid no from Niall.
Count your cups. Count your cups.
Jace, do you agree or disagree?
We're counting our cups.
I enjoy being around it.
It makes sense, Jason.
It does.
You can agree. That's fine.
Fuck. Oh, that's great. But what I was going to talk about was the queuing aspect. Like, not the same cues aren't going to work for everyone.
That's very clever.
It's fucking. It comes. I think what separates a good coach to a great coach is having a toolbox or a repertoire of different cues to execute the same result.
Yeah.
Because some things, as you said, is going to land for different people.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's important to check too. Like ask that client, just be, yeah, that makes sense when I said for you to do that.
Yeah, 100%.
Which is very simple, I think, often lost.
100%. And it's the thing that I, like, in previous coaching, like, as I was coached, it's one thing that, you know, I was never asked was, how does it feel? And does that make sense? And that's one thing I try and really... I think I'm a good coach because I was never coached well, and I'm so injured, or was so injured, that I had to learn everything the hard way. And I think comes empathy. And that, oh, well, if I didn't get this, I'm sure there's other people not being able to get the same thing.
Yeah. Like I mean, you would have heard other PTs or coaches say, "Oh, my client just doesn't get it." Well, they don't get it because you're no good at explaining it
Yeah, it's not their
to
fault.
them. I should
Exactly.
say you might be good at explaining it to other people, but if your client doesn't understand it, it's actually your fault.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. It comes back to the coach as, you know, how well can you language something? And you have to have, as I said, that skill to be able to communicate. Communication's so... Like,
I'll give you a great example.
I
Are you
can't
ready?
wait.
Everyone's aware of Peter Baskerville.
Yeah. Fucking triad leader.
Exactly, triad leader. Shout out Pete. For Pete, the cue that makes sense to him when he benches is peel it. Now, you've coached for a while. Have you ever told someone to peel it?
No, I don't...
No.
What...
To
What?
this date, it doesn't make sense. He says, Johnny, you get it. You peel it. You peel it. I said, Pete, you know what? I don't fucking get it. But if you do, I'm going to yell peel it at you from now on. And I do. And when I say peel it, he peels it. Well, he does this. He benches properly. So let's say he peels it. And he benches quite well. So for Pete, peel it works. And
I
maybe
was literally trying to, like, before...
I'm not sure what he's peeling. I've considered maybe it's an apple. I don't know.
I've literally been trying to think, like, what does that even mean?
I don't know, but he's peeling it. And when you say
Pete,
to
you
him,
keep peeling it.
what does that mean? He goes, you peel it. I said, good. Keep peeling it.
I love that. He can't even language it. It's just peeling it.
Yeah, he's confused that it doesn't make sense to you. But that is, I think, the perfect way to explain how cues are individualised, because that makes sense to no one except for Pete, even in explaining it and demonstrating it. But that's his word. Yeah, I don't peel it. And for all the coaches out there listening, I'm sure there's at least 2 of you. If you're lost with one of your clients, perhaps try the word peel it and see if that works for them. Give us a tag.
Yeah, please tell us if it works.
Yeah. Credit Pete, not us. That was all Pete.
Oh, yeah. Pete, he fucking created the flat white
Fucking peel it.
and created... It still got me. That is fucking great.
Exactly right. And he once yelled at Buddha once. He said, non-stick frying pans. To that day, I don't know what that means either.
Sorry, he yelled what?
As Buddha, right before he unlifted a big weight, and he said, Buddha, non-stick frying pans. Not sure what that means either, but Buddha did a good squat, so we yelled that at Buddha too.
Non-stick frying pans.
Yeah, I think, that's it.
I've never...
Never heard that either?
Nah.
No, but just in case, you now have 2 new ones for your repertoire.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Pete.
Wow.
Who's been your good client this week, bro? You're doing some good things.
I'm still stuck on Peel It, to be honest. It's definitely been a big week, but there's been 3 people that have definitely stood out. Steph Gillies is crushing her prep in the showdown and is constantly hitting some rep PRs. Had a client, Nath Tormenson, I can't pronounce your last name, dude. I'm so sorry.
Big Nath.
Big Nath. He's fucking 18. He's got a 200 for 4.
Wow.
Like, what were you doing when you were 18, bro?
I can't repeat that for the podcast.
What about training-wise?
Training, I was broing it out. I was doing deadlift on the Smith machine.
Okay, I was going to say I was leg pressing and doing arms 5 days a week, so I'm still better than that. Wow.
We had a trainer show us that, by the way.
Wow. But yeah, so those 2 have been pretty damn incredible to watch. And Kevy, not really a client, but you and I both have a lot to do with what he does. And
I forgot about Kevin. Yeah, he's doing good, eh?
Shout out, Kevy.
Doing real good.
262 double in sleeves, coached by Top Set Terry. And he's
People's coach.
the people's coach. But no, Kevy's is definitely still stuck. That was fucking unreal. And I just...
He's dialed in like a samurai, bro. He's fucking laser sharp, that kid.
How he turns it on. My favourite moment, though, was right before it when I was like, here, bro, here's some nose talk. And it was clear. I thought it was good. Open it, sniffs, and he's like, oh, there's fucking nothing in it. Oh, don't worry about it. I got this. And then just fucking does got it. Like, wow.
Never in doubt.
He doesn't have anything that phases him.
Nah.
And that's what I think that makes him so good. He's just so unfazed by any change in his lifting. Mm-hmm. I'm sure if, in his life, if something changes, there might be some different reaction. But for the most part, he just rolls in, has a plan in his head, and he's just like, this is what I got to do. I'm going to do it.
It's exactly how he looks at it.
And it's a credit to him and obviously Terry and everything he's done with him and worked around the knee pain. But I'm fucking really stoked to see Kevy compete at Showdown.
Yeah, he's going to go big, mate.
He's going to go real big.
I'm calling a 700-pound squat.
Yes, 100%. I will back that. I will back that for sure.
Yeah, he's going that. He's going to try and nudge that 800, I think.
Well, the way he's going, he won't be far off.
He's going to need a good day, but I think
he's
going to be close.
I think he's good for it. A little bit of a Bbad signature back slap, and I think he's good.
No, he doesn't like back slap.
Doesn't he?
No, he doesn't like it. It's not for him. I don't want it.
Okay.
He just wants a tight knee wrap. I'll give him that.
Yes, you will, sir. Fuck.
I always remember, he to this date has had the best knee wrap I've ever done in my life. And it was fucking perfect. And then poor Michael got fucking stapled and tore his meat off all of his bones and his legs. And the bar went over his head. And there was Kevy sitting in the fucking chair ready to go. And we had to undo him. Fuck, even Kevy, he's been wrapped by some of my best. And even he said, he goes, fuck, that was the best knee wrap you've ever done. I was like, fuck, and we didn't even get to use it.
I know.
That thing was fucking perfect, that knee wrap. Poor was. I mean, glad he's...
Yeah.
That
well,
like
that was
But what I would like to say is poor me, because I only had 2 minutes to put those knee wraps back on him again, and I had to try and reproduce what I just did, and my hands were fucking cooked.
There's two things I want to talk about on this. Firstly, one, you are a very good knee wrapper. I've experienced the Bbad wrap.
Learn from the best.
Who's that?
You. Fucking muppet.
I forgot I wrap you. I need another coffee.
But it's me.
I
don't know,
I have no idea. It's late in the day. The people don't know. This is lunchtime.
Coffee.
Did you see that Russian lifter in WRPF?
I can't watch it. I want to pretend it's not a
It's been sent to me so many times, and like, it's just a fucking. Let's have my opinion, and fucking not that it's worth shit. But he had no right to attempt it.
I didn't see it. Was he unshaky on it, or was he?
He walked it out, and I'd like try. I've never had 400 kilos on my back, and I've never walked out 400 kilos.
No.
But I've
400 pounds though.
I've walked out heavy weights, and I know when shit's there and when shit's not, and I've seen it enough, and I'm experienced enough to say he had no fucking right to attempt that.
You reckon he knew that when he walked it out?
If he knew it, then you're an idiot because you should have walked it straight back in.
Would you have?
100%.
No, you wouldn't. You would have gone for it
No,
as well.
well, one, I wouldn't have walked out a 400 kilo squat. There's just like, you watch it and there is just so many red flags. He stumbles back once he's set.
Oh, nice.
And then stumbles forward to regather himself. And then as he goes down, there is like no tension. And you just watch it and it's in a split second and you hear it and it's fucking horrendous.
Maybe we should put that in the thing, Jace. Yeah.
I'll find it for you and send it. Yeah, it was absolutely horrendous. But yeah, like, please, also people, please stop sending it to me.
Lost both quads and broke his knees, eh?
Broke his knees, tore both quads. Yeah, and like that. But you had no right to attempt it. Why would you like? Oh,
I've seen that happen in the flesh.
yes, I remember seeing Nathan Jones at Pro Raw 9, and that was pretty fucking horrifying. And I'll give a massive shout out to the spotters there, because Nath was, if people can picture a monolift, not the forward-facing monos, I guess your more traditional style. Nath was, the weight had obviously dropped to the slings, and Nath was caught between the structure of the mono and the weight itself. This one side spotter, and I want to say it was Jackson Drew from Melbourne, but don't quote me, was just holding on, and it was like 350 plus for dear life, because if he lets go, Nath's head gets crushed. Like, it's fucked. That was pretty horrific. And I've seen a lot of bicep tears, but that was bad. What'd you see?
2 quads come off.
When?
2014, maybe.
I wish everyone who's listening could see the squint in his eyes trying to remember
Oh,
that.
those nationals? Was it Brizzy? Yeah, poor bloke, Brendan Haynes, quip lifter. Same deal. Lifted up a big weight that he didn't look good on, and he literally just collapsed under it. And they pulled him out from under the barbell because there was no. No, that's right. The fucking barbell was on top of him too, because there was no slings.
Nah, capo.
But yeah, and he was under the thing, and they had to fucking pull him out from under the barbell. And yeah, both quads just torn straight off the bone. He literally just stood it up and went kaboom, and he went fucking down with the barbells and fucking plates on top of him. I remember seeing that thinking, oh, I didn't think that could. Yeah, fuck, I didn't realize that could happen.
That's the thing. I guess you just don't really. I've always been a big believer in, and Niles just watched it.
Yeah.
I've always been a big believer in like plan or prepare for the worst but plan for the best type scenario. And I don't know, like, have you ever? I don't think I would ever put a client into that sort of situation where because that seemed really far fetched. Like, do you think it's an ego thing that gets people? Do you think it's just because they have this plan in their head that
Maybe, yeah,
I need to
both.
hit this?
Yeah, probably both, or who knows? Maybe the stumble just threw him off. Maybe he's hit it in training. Who knows?
Yeah, it's true. It's all good points, but it's
But
just
I'm not to judge. I fucking dislocated my shoulder and then still squatted it afterwards.
you weren't there. You heard a crunch and
I felt it move.
okay,
But I trusted you guys, so I went for it.
and you got it.
And I got it. That's exactly right.
I think I still got that video.
Yeah.
I'll send it to you, Jace.
Happiest squat moment ever.
It was fucking hectic. Was that the day Polly went 410 as well?
Yeah, we both went fucking huge.
That was one of the best training runs I've ever got to witness and be a part of, actually. Like
It was
coach. Because that's the Big Dogs 3 prep where Polly went 1,000.
Mm-hmm.
And then we couldn't get over to Perth in the end because of that dislocation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, last squat session.
How good was that training run though?
Incredible. I still remember when Polly messaged me and said, need a training partner for Saturdays. I said, fucking in. Let's do this.
Yeah, it's not that often you get a big dog reaching out.
Don't say no to that.
Fuck no, you don't. That was unreal.
And that was when I changed my knee wraps too, because I said, oh, look, I think I might change some knee wraps. And he goes, reached into his bag with his big sausage and meat hands. He pulled out a pair and he said, I use these. Do you want them? Yes, I do. Thank you, sir. If you use them, I want to use them.
And I just want to say, fuck you, Luke, because I had to wrap those things twice, one after each other. They were fucked. Well, they still are fucked because you still use them. But they do their job.
Yeah, squat more weight, right?
Yeah, fuck yeah. Absolutely.
Yep. And you got a comp coming up too, bro.
Yes, I've
You're
decided
counting down.
to...
Coach G's on board. I like what you said.
Yep.
Got someone else to worry about your own shit. Super smart.
Yep. I'm going to give this prep everything I've had, and I've taken steps I haven't taken... I've taken... I don't know if they're necessary, but they're necessary for me right now to perform at the level I know I'm capable of, but I've always fallen short because of certain reasons. So, or excuses, whatever you want to call them. But yeah, giving the reins to G for full programming, which is the first time I've given everything to a coach in 5 years.
Coaches need coaches, bro.
Yeah, and it's nice. It's really nice. Obviously, I know G quite well, and we have very similar thought patterns. So he's someone I deeply trust to do it. And then I've also invested. I see obviously Paul because he's a fucking legend. Treatment every week leading in, but I've also invested now in seeing a sports psych.
That's good.
So really kind of understanding, I guess, the patterns and.
We should get them on the podcast.
Yeah, well, man, we can definitely do that. He's a fucking legend for sure. Matt Stenzel referred me to this guy, and it's just to get me over this like block of deadlifting that I'm currently experiencing. So it's been pretty cool. I've had a couple of sessions with him, and it's I've obviously been through the psychology system with I don't want to say general, but your general kind of psychology with depression, anxiety, and then dealing with sports psychs similar but different, if that kind of makes sense, because it's obviously more tailored towards performance and understanding where you need to direct your energy at what certain times and stuff. And it's been really cool so far, and we're working with developing a system around how I approach the bar and setting, like, instead of going into too much detail of I need to have my back locked on, my core on, all this stuff. It's like I know how to deadlift.
You coach them.
Sorry?
You coach them.
Yes, I know, right? And it's similar things, what we call them is we're flags. So we've designated 2 or 3 things that's all I think about. Just to kind of ground me, put me in the moment and where I need to be, instead of going, I need to do this, and this. So that's worked pretty well. And switching, we've had a bit of a paradigm shift. And so the thing with myself is, I know I'm capable of more, and my biggest pull's been 280 at 100. So it's pretty decent.
That's good.
I haven't pulled that since I pulled that. So there's been this block of I'm supposed to be this good deadlifter, but I keep getting my own way with it now. So there's a lot of anxiety that comes before deadlifting, and we've kind of shifted the mindset of that from, being anxious to really kind of reminding myself that like that's just energy, that's fuel. I need that fuel to perform the lift. So, and that's something that's really helped me so far.
No, it means you can get back to those previous numbers you've done before.
Yeah, 100%, and then eventually beat it. So I'm putting in all the stops for this. Diet's on point, nutrition's on point. I'm feeling really good. Making the necessary changes there and sticking to it with all my gut issues.
Land of a 300 kilo deadlift.
And man, honestly, I reckon I'm going to squat 300 before I fucking pull 300,
That's okay.
And I'm fine with that, but my squats at the moment are probably the best they're feeling.
Will you PR your raw squat?
PR'd my raw squat, and I'm going to probably do this comp in sleeves as well. And I say probably because I know me, and if it's 6 weeks out and I feel really fucking good, I'm going to be like, put wraps on!
Yeah.
Bbad, wrap me! And if that's the case...
Looks like we're going wraps, Gwen. Just get ready for that meet in the programming. Thanks.
But, so I'm going to go in this pretty full board.
Suit, Gwen? You reckon we should put him in a suit?
Definitely don't put me in a suit, Gwen.
He's the coach, thanks. If he wants you in a fucking suit, you'll put on all you'll say is which one, please.
But it's nice. It's just nice. And you're probably the same. You'll probably have the similar experience. Just so nice to go, yes, Coach G, I'll do that, Coach G. Like, this is it. Like, I don't have to think. Mm-hmm. It's just lovely.
Coaches need coaches, bro.
Mm-hmm. And it's nice to be able to give that reins to someone, and yeah.
He doesn't just take anyone either.
No, it's been really, like, I feel quite honoured as well, obviously, knowing him for so long and knowing how time poor he is for him to give me his time. And
hopefully COVID's not fucked and he's allowed up here to watch it.
Fuck, man, I'm hoping that so much. That'd be sick.
It's not likely though, is it?
Fuck no, those poor guys in Victoria. I spoke to another client, Carmen Daldry, and she's like, she describes it as living in nowhere, which I don't really know where that is in Victoria, but
it doesn't matter where you live, you're in nowhere because you're not allowed to go anywhere.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, their
Complete lockdown.
Shire is in stage 3, but they're pretty much like stage 4. It's because, you go out of the house and there's coppers going, why are you going out? It's like, oh, that's rough. But yeah, a little bit of digression there, but poor guys in Victoria, hopefully this thing really gets settled quickly and we can get back to some sort of normality soon. I think it's going to have to.
No, they're 2 weeks into a 6-week lockdown, bro.
Yeah, but after that, how much further can they push this?
If they didn't fuck it up down there,
I know.
it'd be sweet.
I didn't realise it was because the people at the hotel were fucking rooting the people staying in there. Mm-hmm. How fucked is that? That's fucking ridiculous.
Meanwhile, up here, we can do whatever we want in Queensland.
Pretty much. Like, we're very lucky at the moment, and Queensland, let's keep doing what we're doing because I don't want to go back. So...
Yeah, I think we make Queensland a country.
Well, we've shut all our borders off pretty much now.
Yeah, and the Queensland will be our country now.
100%.
Yeah.
I like that. Queensland's a good country.
It'd be a good country, yeah. Exactly right.
Yeah.
We could do that. What's wrong? Yeah, Jace, check your phone.
Yeah, chat. I forgot.
What? Oh, you forgot about your coffee. Yeah, sick.
No, that was my fault. It's for our next guest.
Oh, Matty Pitt.
I'm pretty excited to get him on.
Matt
Peterson, yeah.
Why do I think he's named something else?
You think most people's names are someone else.
Maybe.
What was Xenia's name?
Xenia.
No, what was Xenia's name that he said?
I can't. Zenia? What did you say?
Xena.
Zena. That's
Xenia. Well, Zenia.
Wait, Johnny. What's
Yeah.
Jess's last name?
Dumney.
Correct.
Correct.
It's Dumai.
Is it?
Yes.
Are you sure? Are you sure? Dumay.
Dumay. Just Dumay.
Dumay.
Yeah. There's
Jessica.
no N.
Jessica.
But there's no N.
Are you sure?
Yes. It's Dumay.
Dumay.
Literally how it sounds and pronounces.
There could be a silent one. There could be an invisible one. You don't know that.
Neither do you, though.
Maybe I can see it.
You are dyslexic. Oh, that's fucking great. Oh, you know what I didn't plan for, though,
What's that?
with this podcast? what we were going to do with the 10 questions.
Yeah, because you're not allowed to do them yet.
Yeah, no.
Maybe there isn't a 10 questions.
We didn't think of that, no.
Who would have thought us being prepared?
Well, we weren't, no. Well,
Perhaps the most prepared we've ever been.
and I feel like it went well. I feel like Niall went well.
Thank you, Noel.
Niall, shout out Niall. He's pretty much our director. Can we get you a shirt with director on the back?
Please do. I will feel so powerful.
Yeah, I kind of thought about that in my head. Then I was like, nah. Then
We'll get you a chair too, bro. And you're only allowed to wear the shirt, nothing else.
Okay, deal.
Classic us. Fuck.
Cool.
Well, man, I think
That's it.
you're going to crush it this afternoon.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
then-
Maybe the video will go in after this.
Oh, yeah, of course.
It'd be sick.
Oh, my God, I forgot. Because we're in the future.
No, we're in the past.
We're in the past.
Compared to my deadlift, which is in the future. But all of this is going to be in the future, so we're in the future.
I just said that, and then you said I was wrong.
Well, you're wrong, but right.
And on that note, you know where to find us. I'm fucking out. My head's hurting. Just because I'm fucking old.
Hey, not even 30 yet, bro. Wait till my age.
38?
37.
Not 31.